what's happening, party people? This is your favorite leather craftsman, the Leather Cowboy, right here at Premier Leather Crafters in the dirty South is where I lay my head. You guys have been following me long enough to know, it ain't no place like the South, man. Everybody want to be down with the South, unless you're in Colorado. Hats off to Dion, Coach Primetime up there doing this thing up there in Colorado. But y'all know he's a Southern boy, But anyway, today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you guys. This is a continuation in our series of small projects that can make you a lot of bank. And there are several things that I want to show you guys to point out what we got working on here on the table. We got leather coasters that's going down here on the table, which is another project that you guys can take high and big advantage of. And this is something as simple as just going to the Dollar Tree, getting these little cheap coasters, these little plastic coasters, and you just putting your you can cut your round leather dial out, and you just want to tool these with something nice, simple, complete. Something what I did right here was just went with a regular basket weaving tool, and then tooled it around the edge with a nice little camouflage border. We're going to finish these up, make them real nice and neat. I think that these will make great gifts. The gift idea for here is like your groomsmen parties, your bachelor parties. The brothers always get the bad end of the stick. Men, we always get the bad end or the cheap side on the gift giving. Even to go back to Father's Day, I can't tell you how many barbecue grill sets, underwear and socks and t-shirts I have gotten for Father's Day for 17 years. Mother's Day though, oh my God, don't they get the world? They get to go out to eat. They get all of the diamonds and the jewelry and the shoes and the clothes. But we got a barbecue on Father's Day. We got the grill on Father's Day. Let me get off of that right there. But these right here, ladies and gentlemen, make great gifts, small projects, and you can buy these in sets of 4. So I would recommend, especially for your groomsmen party, however many groomsmen you have in the list, you can advertise or promote these little gifts to the groom's party. And you can put their initials in each one of these, do a nice little stamping tool design behind that, and then come back and contact cement that in with your well wood, put that into the base, make sure that they stick, and you're good. Or you can give them to somebody. This is football season, ladies and gentlemen. You already know War Eagle, to all of my War Eagle fans out there. Make great man cave gifts. The coasters, the leather coaster sets, and you can do those small projects. You can make a lot of these out of the scrap leather that you have left over in your scrap bin box. All you do is just cut that circle out, tool them up, set them in there, and you can sell those sets anywhere from my recommendation, based on your skill level and how detailed you want to go into those. I would say anywhere from $12.50 all the way up to $25.99. So if you are a craftsman out there and you really haven't found your niche or that lane for you in your leather crafting work, take advantage of these small projects that can make you some money while you continuously to build up your craftsmanship. So those are one of the projects. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't tell y'all anything that I'm not doing on my own. I'm not telling you anything to do that I'm not doing on my own. And I've been crafting ever since 1995. But I'm the type of craftsman that I'm going to take advantage for every money-making avenue that is out there. So now let's move on to something else, which is another project that I want to get off into you guys. Now, these are small. These, even though some would say this is a large project, I think it's a small project because you don't have to go too eccentric with the work. You don't have to go too far out of the scope and the realm with the work. So let me show you guys what is popping right now. These have been popping now for about a year, maybe 2 years. These are the Hey Dudes, ladies and gentlemen, the Hey Dudes. Now, if you aren't comfortable yet with your Hey Dude, you don't want to jump out there in that water and go and spend $52 on a pair of Hey Dudes, which I am so sorry. You don't want to spend $52 on a pair of Hey Dudes, because I bought these off of Amazon. Now, there are a knockoff version of Hey Dudes that you can buy at Wally World for half that cost. I would recommend first that you start out, make yourself a pair. Make yourself a pair. Now, I'm going to give you the secret sauce into this. Don't do like I did and take the top out. Now, I can do this because I have a sewing machine to replace the top stitch. I can do that. But you guys can leave the top in there. And what you can do is, if you have a stitching owl, if you have a stitching owl, these are like $17. I think they're $17 or $23. They might be cheaper than that. Check your Tandy website or anywhere where you're getting your leather crafting tools from. Check them and see how much these are. These are remarkable. Now, the one reason why the stitching owl will work best in this scenario is because once it pierces the top of the shoe, then all you would have to do at that point is just when you find your loop, run your thread through that loop and then pull it out and pull it tight so it will stitch. But the greatest part is you don't have to worry about taking the top off. Now, even if you do take this top off, you still can use your stitching owl here on the outside part and stitch that top back onto there. Now, at that point, you want to make sure that you're using the proper threading to make sure that it doesn't come off again. That'll be a bad day for you if that stitching comes off again. And then these shoes are so soft, you can sew this back on even with a traditional sewing machine. You really don't need like a Cobra 4 or the PFAFF, the German-made sewing machine, or Juki. You don't have to go out there and spend that kind of money on that. This is fabric right here. So you can literally sew this back on with a standard sewing machine, and it will not. That will just make the stitching great. But what the easiest way to do that, now the easiest way to do it is to take the top off, go ahead and tool, and you guys can see I've already started to tool my pattern on here, and I'm going to just put a basic basket weave stamp on this side, maybe put the customer's initials on the somewhere over here, but I gotta have room to put my maker's mark. So my maker's mark is probably going to go over here somewhere, and then it's going to be surrounded by that basket weave tool on these two parts. Now, only if the customer wants his initials. Some don't, but right now, I just have creative reign to where I can do what I want, and I think they're still going to love it. A lot of your customers are like that too. So when you're selling these small projects, don't talk too much about what all you can do, because the ultimate thing is minimize your spending on the front end to maximize your profits on the back end. So keep that in mind. So with that, I want to make sure that my maker's mark goes on here before anything else, because that's my brand that's going to be seen in front of wherever this man wear these shoes at. So you can definitely do that. But again, you don't have to go all out if you're not comfortable with your skill set. You don't have to go all out and do the $54 pair at Amazon. You can go ahead and get into the off-brand at your local Wally World. Walmart has the knockoffs too. So, or you can just poke around on Amazon and see if you can find a pair that's cheaper than that. But I got to say, these shoes are so soft and comfortable, and I'm going to buy a pair for myself and tool them up. So, and that's something else, ladies and gentlemen, in these small projects, nobody is your biggest advertiser than you. So always wear your own stuff. Always wear your own stuff, market your own stuff, and then that can take you to, take you to some different places. Now, one more project that I want to get off into is technically not a small project, depending on how you look at it. Again, it depends on your skill set. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is right up there with, I think, in the belt making category, because a lot of the things that you're going to do to this particular project is the same things that you'll do as if it were a belt. And that is custom guitar straps. I have my template somewhere around here that I cannot find. I should have had it prepped and ready. But you guys already know that these are very simple. I'm trying to show y'all this pattern. You don't have to get too eccentric. Now, Tandy, let me see. Can you see that? Well, basically, I took old cereal box. Let me find my pattern real quick so you guys can see what all we do here. Well, I have my drawings, which is good. This is what I did to, let me get my light situated. Can you see that? There we go. We can see that now. Matter of fact, I might need to take the light off of it so you guys can see that. But this is my pattern of my template right here. Nothing too extravagant. I took a cereal box. And I cut my end where it's going to go onto the guitar strap. And then I just came with a nice, simple Sheridan design. Now, the customer has a band called Free Beer. And I took the logo from the band and I put that inside of my scrolls on my Sheridan design. So this is how it's going to look. Now, you can take a cereal box, cut your shape or your pattern out that you want to use, and then that way you can have something to draw on. And then I just transferred this shape, this basic shape. This is for the front guitar button, and this is for the tail guitar button. And I put that shape and pattern on my leather. And that's what we did there. So now all we got to do now is just transfer the artwork, and then we're going to incorporate some tooling, stamping work with that as well. So a great small project. Now, let me tell you about these, and I didn't give you guys the prices on there. The coaster set, I think I told you, anywhere from $12.50 to $25.99. The Hey Dudes, you can customize those Hey Dudes, of course. If the customer doesn't provide you with the shoes, then you want to quite naturally add the cost of the shoes back into that price, and then whatever your skill set level is for the tooling work that's done on the toe. Now, I know some people that sell those Hey Dudes. They'll resell them for anywhere from $165 to $275. So again, small projects that can make you a lot of money. Now, custom guitar straps, ladies and gentlemen, and these can get as far out there as you want. I've seen them done with bead work done. When you start inlaying bead work, one, if you can find a bead, I don't even know what they call that particular craft, a beater or a bead weaver, a bead maker, I don't know. But if you can find one, and it's not hard to do. You guys can go back through my videos. I actually got my oldest daughter, into doing my bead work, and I made her a bead lace. Simple 1x4 piece of wood, a 1x4 piece of wood, and then I went to Dollar Tree and bought some screw-in hooks, the little brass hooks that you hang pictures on. You can get those and use those to string your beads with. So And now once you get them start to stringing, then it's just popping those fishing lines to make them all come together. And then quite naturally, it's a little bit more to it, but you can watch the videos on YouTube that will tell you exactly how to do beadwork. Now, if you don't want to take the time and the patience to do the beadwork yourself, be prepared to spend a little bit of money. But I know a lady that's in Wedowee, Alabama, who she has inlaid beadwork into her belts, and she's commanding upwards of in the thousands of dollars for a belt. So imagine what that cost would be into a guitar strap. That would be awesome, because you're dealing with 2.5 width. This is 2.5 inches wide, and I think I measured this out to 36 inches long, which is a regular general man's waist size. So you can get you can get this small project can get into some very large money. But based on your skill set, again, I say that you can probably break in your customers around $275 to upwards. And if they want to start doing snake, start doing cowhide inlays, snakeskin inlays, and you can go to your crocodile or your ostrich. It can, like I said, doing custom guitar straps, you can build a very nice, lucrative business just on custom leather guitar straps. Listen to me when I tell you, every crafter, now even though, and you might have joined some of their pages or follow them on YouTube like you guys follow me, or you follow them on social media, and they doing everything. They're doing everything from gun holsters to wallets to saddles. But I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'll bet you $1 to a dime, every leather crafter has one go-to product that's where their specialty is. Now, let's look at guys like your Don Gonzalez. Don Gonzalez is a great, I would say he's a master craftsman. And if you following him with his morning saddle shop talk, that dude does some beautiful work. Now, he's been in the game for a minute, and he has that reputation in the clientele, but his main go-to is the saddles. That's what his work in them saddles is second to nobody, in my personal opinion. But you will also see videos where he does wallets, purses, and some other small projects too. Just his in-between stuff. So when you're looking at these crafters, especially on social media and platforms like this, we all have our go-to product. That's what we built the business around. But when that money kind of slows up a little bit, then we have these small projects to fall back on. It's getting close to Christmas time. So if you know musicians, if you know people who play the guitars or the bass, the banjo, any ukulele. Now that ukulele is kind of small enough that they can hold it. I don't know anybody who has a strap for a ukulele or a mandolin. But if you know people in the music industry that plays the guitar or the bass, or if they have cameras, custom camera bags are a phenomenal project for you to zero in on and say, this is my go-to. This is what I'm going to build my brand around. And then all of the other stuff is just extra gravy on the biscuit, as we say in the South. But your custom guitar straps can go anywhere. They can get up there in pricing. Now, let me give you guys this right here, and this is what I want to get to you. This is the main feature on small projects that can make a lot of bank. And I want you guys to see these, so let me fix my lighting so you can see it. These little jewels right here. Ha ha ha! as you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, this is a custom Bic. This is made by Bic, or made for a Bic lighter. Made for a Bic lighter. And this is a cigarette lighter case. Now, the biggest problem amongst people who have lighters, who smoke, whatever, they always getting stolen. They're always getting stolen. Somebody asks you for a light, they light up, and then they stick it in their pocket. Now, it might not be intentional. It's just habit for a lot of people out there. But a friend of mine gave me a bag of lighters, who is a certified lighter thief. And I said, hey, what you gonna do with all them lighters you done stole from people or whatever? He said, man, you can have them, because if they ever come back up here to the shop, people are gonna be digging in them. He said, I gave away more than that. So I said, let me have them. Boom, light bulb moment. Always be on the lookout, ladies and gentlemen, for light bulb projects. When I saw those lighters, now I remember Tandy has a kit that they sell you on how to make the cigarette cases, leather cigarette cases, and it comes with a little lighter attachment in it. I didn't like that lighter attachment. So I came up with these. Now, there probably are several crafters out there that makes these. I'm not the only one, and this is not a special project. But for you in your area, wherever you may be from, and you are watching this video, this is something that you can make totally out of your scrap bin. And I'm going to give you guys the measurements on these just so you can start right away. Now, these little custom cigarette lighter cases can go in based on your skill set. Again, if you are a leather stamper, and you guys can see this, I stamped this and I dyed it two-tone. It's dark brown on the outside, then it fades to a medium brown on the inside. But this is just simple basket weave stamping. And I saddle stitched this to make sure that it would hold tight. And then we came back with our Wells wood, which Wells wood right there, contact cement that we cemented the outside edges. Got that set straight with my little metal clamps. So we locked this in with some popsicle sticks and the metal clamps to make sure it had a nice tight hold. Then I came back and we stamped it with our small chisel punches. Now, the one thing about these small projects, especially this small project, you want to invest, ladies and gentlemen, in you a set of these. These are small chisel punch tools. They come in 4 different sizes. You have your 6, your 4, your 2, and your 1. So if you start to get a little bit of off into your punches, then you can start decreasing and dropping those punches to where you can make sure that the stitch is complete and finished, just like it is here. And I think I used the 4 all the way, the 6 all the way around until it got to here. And then there was only room for me to punch. Technically, if I used the 3 punch, it would have went past it and punched in the end. If I used the 2 punch, it would have went past my hole that I had marked. So I went back with my single punch and just punched me 3 tight little holes right there, just to make sure that the stitching was all uniform and good looking. But definitely invest in these. These are small. You can get these on Amazon for $9.99 for that set. You can't beat them for what you're going to use them for. Small projects. And then I would also tell you to get this little U-shaped rounded end here, and at the top right here, you want to invest into some of these. These are round end punches. Now Tandy sells these. They sell them in the big size, where they come in the regular tool stamping size. But you can get these again. These are a little small. You can get these right on Amazon for $9.99. So go ahead and invest that $20 and get you one set of each. Get your set of the chisel punches and a set of the round end punches. And then that will take care of you where you do these small projects. Now, I did these from start to finish. And start to finish, ladies and gentlemen, I got them done. I got this one done in less than 15 minutes. It took me longer to stitch and to get the bick inside of here than it took me to make it. Truth to God. So if you want something that you can make quick flip money on, especially if you're set up somewhere like at a flea market or at a city festival, you can do 50 of these in probably an hour and a half. I would get them all tuned up first, and then I would just get them. Now you don't have to go two-tone like I did. You can go all solid color. All solid colors, your blues, your blacks, your browns, your British tans, your timber browns. You know, that market is going to always go solid color. But if you really want to get into two-tone, or like I'm going to do with the band Free Beer, I am going to make these custom lighters cases that's going to have the band's logo on them. Now, these are going to be sold to that band, so where their followers or their fans come to the show to hear them play, which is a great band out of St. Pete. So if you're in the Florida area and you want to just hear nice, good top 40 country live music, go check out Free Beer. They have a website on Facebook, and you can get in contact with them. Or if you want them to come in and do a show for you, I'm pretty sure they will hook you up. But with these I'm coming back. These are projects. These little lighters are big enough to where you can do some carving work, and then that increases the value and the price. So I would say plain stamp work based on your skill set and how detailed you want to get into them. I would say these will go anywhere from $6, $5.50 to $6, all the way up to $15 when you start doing some leather carving. When you start putting some carving in there. And again, this has their little beer logo on there, Free Beer. So you can get these projects, ladies and gentlemen, they can get as detailed as you want them to. Hey, I just thought about that. I can put the Free Beer logo, and that fits perfectly on the coasters. So you can, now that's something else. Boom! See, light bulb moments. You always have to be prepared for the light bulb moments, because now I have something else to take back to the band to say, hey, look, you guys can sell these beer coasters that have your logo on them as well as the lighters on them. Boom! Always be prepared for the light bulb moments, ladies and gentlemen, because it comes out of nowhere. That's the beautiful part about what we do in this leather industry. We can put basically anything we want on leather and we can make money. Making money is very easy, ladies and gentlemen. All it takes is for you to just open up your creative mindset, go to work, and get that done. All right, so I think that got you guys covered and caught up on another episode of small projects that can make you a lot of bank. These, ladies and gentlemen, even if you want to just do something quick, make you up 2 sets of the alphabets for these letters and stamp your alphabet or the initial right there into your cigarette case. Now, 2 sets is 26, 52. So you got 52 letters. Now, quite naturally, you want to duplicate your Z's, your X's. I wouldn't duplicate O's. Well, yes, you could. I would duplicate the O's. But some letters in the alphabet you don't want to duplicate. So you'll do one of your X and your Z, but then double up on your R's, your O's, your S's, your T's, your C's, your A's. Double up, quadruple up on those. And then you got 52 in a bowl that's sitting on your table. And then you already have your little sign that says, well, these here are initial cigarette lighter cases. They'll only fit a Bic. They only fit a Bic. Now, I'm in a position where I got a bag of these Bics that now I can sell the Bic and the lighter case to somebody, and then I'll probably just do these for $15 a piece. Have you seen how much a Bic lighter is in the grocery store? Yeah. So, for $15, that's a steal. But when you're sitting on 60, And I think it's about 30 lighters in this bag. So when you're sitting on 30 times 15, that's a nice weekend paycheck at a city event or a flea market. Or if you're just sitting around your house and your shop. Now again, Christmas is coming up. So, and now this also works because you can also find Zippo cases. You can also create Zippo cases. I got one up there somewhere. Maybe on the next video I'll show y'all my little Zippo pouch. Now some people don't carry Zippos anymore, but you can make Zippo lighter cases. So you can have the best of both worlds. Your Bics and your Zippo cases. Now those Zippo cases are going to go $20 all day long. Make you up 20 or 40 or 50 of them. That's a nice paycheck. I'm the Leather Cowboy right here in Premier Leather Crafters in the Dirty Dirty. I want to show you guys, just to give you guys an insight on how you can turn some small projects into a lot of money, but keep crafting, ladies and gentlemen. Never stop crafting and keep intensifying your skills, and don't be afraid to think out the box. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.